All right, NASCAR Nation, we've got a wild one to talk about out of Iowa Speedway, because Ty Gibbs just held off his own teammate in a finish that came down to fresh strategy versus a whole lot of nerve. Let's get into exactly how it went down. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So here's what happened Sunday at Iowa Speedway. Ty Gibbs won the NASCAR Cup Series race, and he did it by holding off his own Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Christopher Bell over the final 20 laps. This wasn't a blowout either. Gibbs won by just 253 seconds. That's razor thin. Now, what made this win happen really comes down to one big decision late in the race. With 60 laps remaining in the 350 lap event, both Gibbs and Bell came down pit road at the same time, but they didn't make the same call. Bell took 4 tires, the safer, more conventional choice. Gibbs, though, only took 2 right side tires. That gamble is what put him out front. Then, when race leader Ross Chastain finally made his pit stop on lap 330, Gibbs inherited the lead. And from there, he had to fend off a hard-charging Bell all the way to the checkered flag. Now, you might be wondering, why 2 tires instead of 4? Well, Gibbs' crew chief, Tyler Allen, explained the thinking behind it. He said that after practice, they noticed the left side tires weren't wearing down much, and they tended to refire okay when the car came back up to speed. So going into the race, that 2-tire strategy was already a viable option they had in their back pocket, and Gibbs himself was fully on board with the aggressive call. He pointed to where his team sits in the point standings as a reason to go for it. Gibbs put it simply afterward, saying he can't do anything about the call once it's made, so you just run with it. But here's the thing. This win almost didn't look like it was coming together at all. Earlier in the race, Gibbs had a problem on his very first pit stop of the day. His jack fell too early during the tire change, and that mistake dropped him all the way back to 28th place. That's a massive hole to climb out of. Gibbs talked about that moment too, saying that after something like that, you're basically hosed, and the only thing you can do is stay locked in and keep working. And that's exactly what his team did, clawing all the way back to victory lane. Now, let's talk about what this means for the championship picture, because this result actually shifts things. Gibbs came into Iowa ranked 4th in the season standings. After the win, he's now up to 2nd place, sitting 103 points behind his own JGR teammate Denny Hamlin. And this was Gibbs' 2nd win of the season and the 2nd of his entire career after his first career win back on April 12th at Bristol. As for Christopher Bell, he led 108 laps on the day, but came up just short at the finish. This was actually his 7th second-place finish of the season. Bell didn't have anything but respect for how Gibbs handled it, saying Ty did a really good job and did a great job managing the race. Rounding out the front of the field, pole sitter Ryan Blaney finished 3rd after leading a race-high 129 laps. Blaney, by the way, is the driver who won the very first Cup Series race at this track back in 2024. Josh Berry crossed the line 4th, and that was actually his best finish of the entire season and only his 3rd top 10 all year. Denny Hamlin finished 5th, Chase Briscoe was 6th, Ross Chastain recovered from that late pit stop to finish 7th, AJ Allmendinger came home 8th, defending race winner William Byron was 9th, and Austin Dillon rounded out the top 10. Now, away from the front of the field, Tyler Reddick's rough summer continued. Just 4 laps into the race, the rear of his car slid entering turn 1, and he collected Erik Jones before hitting the wall himself. Reddick ended up finishing last in the 36-car field. He took full responsibility afterward, saying it was a 100% on him and calling it gut-wrenching, especially since it's not the kind of mistake he normally makes. Keep in mind, Reddick won the first 3 races of the season and 4 of the first 6, but he's now had 4 finishes of 30th or worse in his last 6 races. And one more storyline worth mentioning. Denny Hamlin had brake issues in practice on Saturday, which forced his team to change brake rotors and a cooling unit before the race even started. That sent him to the rear of the field to begin the day, and he battled more brake trouble during the race itself. Despite all that, he fought back to finish 5th. Hamlin said he had white knuckles every single lap, not knowing where his car was going to land in the corners, and Joe Gibbs himself said he's never seen Hamlin that exhausted. saying he drove his heart out. So NASCAR Nation, here's my question for you. Do you think Gibbs' two-tire gamble was the right call, or did Bell simply get out-strategized on a day he had the speed to lead 108 laps? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget, the Cup Series heads to Richmond Raceway this Saturday night, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our coverage. Thanks for watching NASCAR Nation News. We'll see you next time.